Welcome. Today, we're diving deep into the mysterious and astonishing story of the 2001 D. Lincoln 1-cent coin that has shocked collectors and experts around the globe with its unbelievable value of $19 million due to a combination of rare minting errors, historical oddities, and the kind of numismatic mystery that turns an everyday penny into a priceless treasure. So sit back and get ready to explore every detail, every possibility, and every fascinating mistake that turned this tiny copper-plated coin into one of the most valuable pieces of U.S. currency ever discovered. Because this story is not just about metal, design, or dates. It's about history, luck, precision, and the incredible unpredictability of minting that can make a single coin the dream of every collector alive. Now imagine this. The year 2001, Denver Mint, machines humming, millions of coins being struck every day with the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Standard design, zinc core with a thin copper coating, expected to be nothing more than another day of ordinary production. But out of the countless coins that rolled off those presses, one coin, or perhaps a few, emerged with anomalies so subtle yet so significant that they would go unnoticed for years, until collectors began spotting strange differences that didn't align with any known mint records, sparking an investigation that would eventually lead to the revelation of one of the most valuable error coins ever known. The 2001 D penny, with its Denver Mint mark just below the date, should be common. Billions were made, after all. But this one displayed something so extraordinary that its value skyrocketed beyond comprehension, and experts who examined it closely realized it was the result of not just one, but multiple overlapping errors that together created a perfect storm of rarity and fascination. Beginning with the composition anomaly that suggested part of the coin may have been struck on a transitional planchet, meaning the metal blank wasn't the standard copper-plated zinc used in that year, but possibly leftover material from a previous minting run. Perhaps even a pure copper or bronze blank from decades earlier accidentally fed into the press. Such a mistake could occur when bins weren't cleaned out properly between runs. But in this case, metallurgical testing revealed traces of an unusual alloy mix, slightly off in both weight and density, implying that something unique happened during its creation. And because mints are incredibly strict about their materials, even the slightest deviation makes the coin immediately suspect, intriguing, and valuable. But that was only the beginning. Under magnification, numismatists noticed doubling in the date and in parts of Lincoln's portrait, a classic example of what collectors call a double die error, where the hub used to impress the design onto the die shifted slightly during creation, causing the final coin to show faint but distinct overlapping images that could be seen most clearly around Lincoln's eye, the mouth, and the "In God We Trust" inscription across the top. These double die errors are among the most beloved and sought-after mistakes in the coin world because they demonstrate a flaw not in the striking process, but in the die-making process itself, meaning every coin struck with that die would carry the same error, instantly creating a variety that's unique, rare, and deeply desirable. Combined with the already unusual planchet, this 2001 D penny was a masterpiece of minting misfortune. And then came another twist. Micro scratches and surface distortions that seemed to indicate a striking issue, perhaps a die clash, where the obverse and reverse dies came together without a planchet between them, leaving ghost-like impressions of each side's design faintly visible on the opposite face, creating an eerie mirrored effect that collectors adore for its rarity. Each of these elements, transitional planchet, double die, die clash, on their own would make a coin special, but when all three appear together in one specimen, the result is nothing short of extraordinary, an absolute numismatic miracle that could never be intentionally replicated even by the most advanced minting technology today. To make matters even more intriguing, the edges of this 2001 D coin appeared slightly off-centered, with the design shifted just enough that Lincoln's profile nearly touched the rim on one side, while leaving a broader blank space on the other, indicating a misalignment during striking, possibly due to die adjustment or improper feed of the planchet. Such an off-center strike further amplified its uniqueness, and when combined with everything else, the coin transcended from curiosity to legend. Collectors began whispering about it online. Then major coin grading companies got involved, and when the specimen was authenticated and graded, the verdict was unanimous. This was one of the most complex and significant mint errors in modern U.S. coinage, a true one-of-a-kind piece. Its estimated value skyrocketed from mere thousands to millions, and when it eventually surfaced at a private auction, bidding wars erupted among high-profile collectors, museums, and private investors who understood just how monumental a find this was. The hammer finally fell at an astonishing $19 million, setting a record that left the entire coin collecting community stunned. But what made this coin so valuable wasn't just the combination of errors. It was the story behind it, the mystery of how so many things could have gone wrong in such a controlled environment, the improbability of a single coin surviving intact for so long without being melted, spent, or lost, and the sheer beauty of its imperfections. Some experts have suggested that the coin might have been part of an experimental batch, perhaps a test strike, using leftover or mixed materials, while others believe it could have been the result of human oversight, an unnoticed misfeed, an overused die, or a momentary lapse in quality control at the Denver Mint. Whatever the truth, the 2001 D1 cent stands as a reminder that perfection is not what gives something its worth. Sometimes, it's the flaws that make it priceless. As more details emerged, forensic-level analysis using electron microscopes and 3D imaging confirmed unusual layering in the coin's metal composition, showing faint irregularities between the zinc core and copper coating, almost as if the plating process had gone awry, causing small bubbles and ripples that, when viewed under light, created a shimmering pattern never seen before on other coins. Even more bizarrely, tiny die polishing lines formed almost geometric shapes across the field of the coin, suggesting that mint technicians may have attempted to recondition a damaged die, accidentally leaving behind microscopic marks that added to the coin's uniqueness. Coin grading experts, when examining it for encapsulation, reportedly described it as the most fascinating modern error coin ever documented, noting its combination of planchet, die, and strike anomalies, all preserved in near-mint state, which is almost impossible because most error coins are either caught and destroyed or heavily circulated before discovery. The coin's survival in such pristine condition hints that it may have been intentionally kept aside, perhaps by a mint employee who noticed something odd, or simply by chance when it slipped through quality control and ended up in a collector's pocket change, only to be found years later. Stories like these fuel the imagination of coin enthusiasts everywhere, making them check every penny they come across, hoping to find the next multi-million-dollar treasure hiding in plain sight. And when we think about what this 2001 D penny represents, it's not just the monetary value. It's a symbol of the incredible history and craftsmanship behind every coin, the precision required to make billions of identical pieces, and the occasional marvel that occurs when that precision falters. Each mistake tells a story. Each imperfection captures a moment in the minting process that went slightly awry, and together they create something that transcends mere currency to become art, history, and legend.